In this video, I will describe what you need to do on a Windows laptop or a lab computer to get files onto the CS Department server, or what you need to do to get files from the CS Department server onto your local system for assignment submission, most likely. So one of the things that we need to do to be able to accomplish this particular workflow is to start a Windows shell. So that could either be the traditional Windows command shell, cmd.exe, which you can access using the Windows and R key, or you can maybe find it on the Start menu somewhere, depending on which version of Windows that you're using. Windows 10, you can probably just type it and it'll come up and you can just click on it. For instance, we could do this, and we'll see command prompt, start it up, comes up, and it's all good. We could also use the PowerShell. And again, on Windows 10, I can just start typing PowerShell. And we will want to use the regular PowerShell application. Don't use the ISE, which doesn't seem to work well with this particular application that we want to use, or one of the administrative modes ones, or the 32-bit version of the PowerShell. Just use the standard regular Windows PowerShell application. It'll come up, it'll drop you out a command line, and then you'll want to navigate optionally to the directory where there are files that you want to transfer to the remote system, or files that you want to receive from the remote system. You don't have to do this. You use absolute or relative paths. It's something you learned about in CS2. But if you'd rather do that. But if not, just go ahead, type in the cd commands needed to get you to that directory. Once you're there, you can type in pscp for PuTTY Secure Copy, and it'll provide a variety of different options available to you and 3 modes of operation. One mode is to transfer files from the remote system. The second mode is to transfer files to the remote system, and the third version is to list files on the remote system. We'll use the first 2 forms in this short video clip. To transfer files to Centaurus, the CS Department server, we'll use the form of the command that has the command at the beginning, right, the pscp. It's going to be followed by the files we want to transfer to the system. That'll be followed by the username and system that we want to connect to, and we'll finish with the directory where we want to place those files on the remote system. Now we have to have permission to write to that directory for your given user account. If we don't, this is going to fail. You also need to have the pscp command in your path, which should have been done if you did the normal PuTTY installation and didn't do anything weird about installing it, or use some sort of just copy of PuTTY or something that's on a zip drive or something like that. So once you did all that, I'll just show you an example here of a previous command that I entered. Alright, so in this version, nope, that's the other way. So in this version, we're going to copy a number of SQL script files from my local system onto the CS Department server using my account name, and we're going to put into a directory that I've already created on there called data. So I'll just, enter this command. It'll ask me for my password, and it will transfer the files over. I can verify that those files are on the remote system by starting up a PuTTY session and then navigating into the directory where the files are located. In this case, the data directory. I can do personal working directory and make sure I'm in the actual path that I intend to be in. Once I'm there, I can list the files, say in long format, and it'll show me the SQL scripts, the data definition language files, and the data and then the data manipulation files, the ones that kind of populate the tables. Let's see here. So that's one way of going. Right? The other way is to get files from the system. So let's say we wanted to transfer our ebooks that we've kept on the CS Department server. So let's go to a subdirectory that we may have created in the past called ebooks, and we may have gotten some ebooks from Gutenberg using the wget command. Right? Show those there. Right? So we want to get those files from the remote system onto the local system. You would frequently do this in order to help get your assignment prepared for submission onto the course website. So we have some ebooks here. Normally it would probably be a log file or something else that you'd really, or some sort of other, script or something you'd want to transfer back. So we'll go back over to our PowerShell instance, and then we'll bring up that form of the command. Alright, so in this form of the command, which is at the bottom of the screen, you can see we have the name of the command, username, the system name, and the directory where we want to retrieve the files. In that asterisk is a wildcard character that says basically take everything in that directory and bring it onto my local system. And then we have to give it the location of where we want to put those files. By putting the dot operator, the period, we just say just put it in the directory where I'm currently at. So that's what we're going to do. Actually, I want to create an ebooks directory first. So let's do a make directory, create ebooks. Alright, there's confirmation that it's created. So let's go into the ebooks directory, bring that command back up again. Let's try that again. Put in my password. And we're done. The files are there. I can do a long listing, or just a listing format on Windows. And indeed those files are actually in that directory. And I'm done. That's all there is to it.